16-year-old reality TV dancer Dy'shae Hall has died from gun violence. Dy'shae was a member of the Dancing Dolls, a troupe featured on Lifetime Television's Bring It.
That leap in the beginning?
The show followed choreographer Diana Williams as she prepared the Dancing Dolls for hip-hop and majorette competitions. Police say Dy'shae was shot and killed outside of a grocery store in Atlanta, Georgia on June 13th.
There was a dispute that then escalated to gunfire.
A 17-year-old boy was also shot in this incident. This is not the first time the Dancing Dolls has lost a member to guns. 19-year-old Shakira Gatlin was killed on February 2, 2022, in what authorities have called an accidental mishandling of a firearm by a juvenile. Police have asked for anyone with information on the June 13th shooting to contact Crime Stoppers at 404-577-8477.
Prepare to delve into a heart-wrenching story that has shaken an entire community to its core. In this gripping video, we unravel the haunting details of the tragic cases of Dy'shae Hall and Shakira Gatlin, two promising young dancers whose lives were brutally cut short in a nightmarish sequence of events that has left indelible scars on their loved ones and fans. From the vibrant world of the Dancing Dolls to the horrifying realities that shattered their dreams, this is a tale of youthful ambition turned into unfathomable tragedy and a community's desperate quest for answers. Join us as we uncover the chilling sequence of events that led to the untimely deaths of Dy'shae and Shakira. Dy'shae Hall, a radiant 16-year-old from Atlanta, Georgia, was a beacon of joy and energy, lighting up any room she entered. Shakira Gatlin, a 19-year-old powerhouse from Jackson, Mississippi, captivated audiences with her electrifying dance moves and relentless determination. Both girls were beloved members of the Dancing Dolls, a group known for its dynamic performances and inspiring stories. Their futures seemed limitless, yet their lives were tragically cut short by senseless violence. What causes such promising lives to be abruptly and violently ended? This question haunts the hearts and minds of many, especially when the victims are young and full of potential. As we delve into their stories, we will explore the relentless investigations that followed their murders, the desperate cries for justice from their families, and the chilling details of the circumstances surrounding their deaths. Through interviews with those closest to Dy'shae and Shakira, we will piece together the narrative of their lives and their tragic ends. We will hear from friends, family members, and local authorities who grapple with the aftermath of the violence and strive to find meaning in the senselessness. The unexpected and violent deaths of Dy'shae and Shakira sent shockwaves through their communities, leaving everyone grappling with an unimaginable loss. The vibrant lives of these two young women were overshadowed by a dark and terrifying reality. The Dancing Dolls, once a symbol of hope and inspiration, became a grim reminder of the dangers lurking in the shadows. The sense of safety that once surrounded their community was shattered, leaving parents hugging their children a little tighter and teenagers looking over their shoulders more often. Stay with us as we navigate through the emotional details of this heartbreaking story, piecing together clues, hearing from those who knew Dy'shae and Shakira best, and understanding the profound impact of their loss. We will also delve into the broader implications of these cases, examining the intersection of youth, fame, and violence, and the urgent need for systemic changes to prevent such tragedies in the future. This story is deeply disturbing and will stay with you long after watching, so let's dive in.
Second dollhouse factory dancer lost to gun violence. Dy'shae's death comes months after former troupe member Shakira Gatlin was shot dead in February. Shakira, 19, was fatally struck by gunfire at a home in Jackson, Mississippi. According to the police, the teen was shot in the head after an underage male mishandled a gun.
In the glitzy world of reality TV, the Dancing Dolls stood out. Featured on Lifetime Television's Bring It, this troupe, led by the fiery and talented choreographer Diana Williams, dazzled audiences with their intricate hip-hop and majorette routines. Among these bright stars were two young women whose lives were tragically cut short: Dy'shae Hall and Shakira Gatlin. Shakira Gatlin, a 19-year-old powerhouse from Jackson, Mississippi, had a future that seemed limitless. She was a star performer in the Dancing Dolls, known for her electrifying energy and impressive dance moves. Shakira's journey with the Dancing Dolls was a testament to her dedication and passion for dance, capturing the hearts of viewers and earning her a loyal fan base. But her promising life came to a sudden and tragic end on February 2nd, 2022. Shakira was shot in the head in what authorities called an accidental mishandling of a firearm by a juvenile. The chilling details of her death are haunting. On that fateful day, she was at a friend's house, a place where she should have been safe. The juvenile playing with a gun accidentally fired it, and the bullet struck Shakira. The sound of the gunshot echoed through the house, followed by screams and chaos. Shakira's friends watched in horror as she collapsed, blood pooling around her. The paramedics arrived quickly, but it was too late. Shakira was pronounced dead at the scene.
16-year-old reality TV dancer Dy'shae Hall has died from gun violence. Dy'shae was a member of the Dancing Dolls, a troupe featured on Lifetime Television's Bring It.
That leap in the beginning.
The show followed choreographer Diana Williams as she prepared the Dancing Dolls for hip-hop and majorette competitions. Police say Dy'shae was shot and killed outside of a grocery store in Atlanta, Georgia on June 13th. This is not the first time the Dancing Dolls has lost a member to guns. 19-year-old Shakira Gatlin was killed on February 2nd, 2022, in what authorities have called an accidental mishandling of a firearm.
The incident left the Dancing Dolls and their community in shock. How could such a vibrant, talented young woman be gone so suddenly? The senselessness of her death was a grim reminder of the dangers of firearms and the devastating consequences of careless handling. The entire community was plunged into mourning. Her teammates, who had shared countless hours practicing and performing with her, were left grappling with an unimaginable loss. Shakira's death was not just a personal tragedy, but a blow to everyone who had watched her grow and shine.
New at 5, a high school teen dancer is dead.
And police say her killer is still on the run. Fox 5's Portia Bruner joins us live from DeKalb County with more details. Portia?
Yeah, this is such a heartbreaking story. In this area last night, we're off of Flat Hills Parkway and Flakes Mill Road, and you could see just dozens of teenage girls who were all here, many dancers and friends who were all here, had set up this tribute to, they called her Dy'shae Hall, just 16 years old, shot and killed here Sunday night by someone who remains on the run.
Dy'shae Hall, known to her friends and family as Shay, was a 16-year-old rising star from Atlanta, Georgia. Shay was full of life, love, and an undeniable passion for dance. She dedicated countless hours to honing her craft, sharing her talent and enthusiasm with everyone around her. Her performances with the Dancing Dolls were nothing short of spectacular, earning her admiration and respect from peers and audiences alike. On June 13th, 2023, Dy'shae's life was tragically cut short. She was shot and killed outside a grocery store in Atlanta, a place she often visited. According to the police, the shooting stemmed from a dispute that escalated into gunfire. Dy'shae was with her friend, 17-year-old Javante Wood, when the argument began. Witnesses described a tense altercation that quickly spiraled out of control. Shouting turned to shoving, and then, in an instant, the crack of gunfire filled the air. Dy'shae was struck multiple times, and Javante was critically wounded.
With that breaking news, a fight between two groups leads to gunfire at a shopping plaza on Flat Shoals Parkway. One person is dead. CBS 46's Yasmina Alston is live for us at this scene with the breaking details tonight. Yasmina, good evening.
Yes, Savannah, good evening. And the scene cleared not too long ago, but this is the part of the shopping center that shooting happened in earlier tonight. DeKalb County Police saying two groups of people got into an argument and then shots were fired. We do know tonight that one person has died after that shooting, and this is a pretty big shopping center with a lot of traffic moving through it, especially earlier in the night. So it is a pretty scary situation for those people who were shopping and driving through this parking lot.
The scene outside the grocery store was chaotic. Bystanders screamed and ran for cover as the gunshots rang out. Dy'shae's body lay lifeless on the pavement, her blood staining the ground. The police arrived to find a horrific scene. The bodies of two teenagers, one dead and the other barely clinging to life. The investigation revealed that the altercation had started over something trivial, a minor dispute that turned deadly in seconds. The tragedy didn't end with Dy'shae's death. Just hours later, another shooting occurred outside Grady Memorial Hospital, where her family was mourning. This time, it involved a dispute among family members, resulting in the death of Dy'shae's cousin, 32-year-old Vincent Parks Jr. The violence that had claimed Dy'shae's life seemed to spread like a dark cloud over her family.
Police have not yet said anything about any suspects, but again, we do know that one person has died after two groups of people got into an argument of some sort here in this DeKalb County shopping center. We will, of course, update you as we continue to learn more. Live in DeKalb County, Yasmina Alston, CBS 46 News.
I'm here on the corner of MLK and Frederick Douglass, where a shooting just took place. And as you can see, it's a pretty rough area. So I'm basically risking my life reporting on this madness. I'm Jenquavius Jackson, here live, reporting from Atlanta, Georgia, BGZM News 17.
Dy'shae's mother, Diana McCord, was inconsolable. She described her daughter as full of life, active in school and her community. She spoke of Dy'shae's generosity and love for dance, highlighting the deep pain the family felt. "Whoever did this, please come forward. You took our joy away from us," she pleaded. But the pleas for justice seemed to fall on deaf ears as the investigation dragged on with few leads.
Shot dead outside of Kroger's convenience store on Flat Shoals Parkway at 7:46 p.m. on Sunday. The fatal gunfire erupted in the parking lot of the store after Dy'shae and a male friend, 17, became involved in an argument with two others. The 17-year-old friend, later identified to be Javante Wood, was also shot and remains in critical condition as of Tuesday. Just hours later, another shooting unfolded outside of the nearby Grady Memorial Hospital, where members of Dy'shae's family were still grieving her death. Investigators say the shooting happened near the emergency room and stemmed from a dispute among family members of one of the victims. Dy'shae's mother, Diana McCord, told U.S. Sun she is torn apart after losing her daughter, Dy'shae Hall, 16, and her cousin Vincent Parks, Jr., 32, in two separate shootings in Atlanta, Georgia. She said, "I haven't had time to process anything."
The community rallied together, holding vigils and tributes in honor of Dy'shae and Shakira. Balloons, flowers, and candles adorned the spots where these young lives were taken, serving as poignant reminders of the vibrant spirits lost to senseless violence. The sight of these memorials was both touching and terrifying, a harsh reminder of how quickly life could be torn away.
Thank everybody again. Thank you all for showing up and coming out to celebrate with us. I guess on the count of three, we're going to say happy birthday. We miss you, Shay.
Just, baby girl, we love you. We're going to keep putting on. We're going to keep pulling up. We're going to hold down your name, make you live forever from your uncle, the family, everybody. We love you, baby.
Lord, we thank you for this day. We thank you for Dy'shae Hall. Lord, even though she's not here with us, but she's in our heart. And we thank you for it. We ask you to continue to bless this family, strengthen us each and every day. We thank you, even though she's not here on her birthday, but we're here for her. Lord, we ask you right now to strengthen us, Lord. We thank you, we love you, we appreciate you. In your name we pray. Amen.
Amen. Happy birthday, Shay. We love you.
As news of the murders spread, the fear in the community grew. The dancing dolls, once a symbol of hope and inspiration, now carried a dark shadow. Parents worried about their children's safety, and every loud noise made people jumpy. The once bustling neighborhoods grew quiet, as if holding their breath, waiting for the next tragedy to strike. The investigation into Dy'shae's death revealed chilling details. The suspects were young, barely older than Dy'shae herself. They had been involved in petty crime and were known to the police. The argument that led to the shooting was over something insignificant, yet it escalated into violence that claimed a young life. The senselessness of it all was hard to grasp.
DeKalb County Police released photos of these two young men they described as persons of interest following the June 12th shooting in the parking lot of this shopping plaza on Flat Shoals Parkway. Investigators say a dispute between a person of interest and someone in this white sedan ended with the fatal shooting of 16-year-old Dy'shae Hall late Sunday. A second person was critically wounded that night, but police have not released that victim's identity. Balloons, flowers, and a row of melted candles remain at the spot where friends and fellow dancers chose to mark this tragic act of violence. The owner of the popular Dollhouse Dance Factory in Stone Mountain posted on social media that Dy'shae was, quote, fearless and would always try to elevate herself and everyone else in the dollhouse, adding, she was always encouraging her sisters and motivating everyone.
Police released photos of the suspects, hoping to get tips from the public. The images showed two young men, their faces hard and emotionless. The community's fear turned to anger as people demanded justice for Dy'shae. Her family, still reeling from the loss, joined the calls for the killers to be brought to justice.
Members urging the shooter to come forward. We also talked to police who released new information in the case today.
And Dy'shae, it doesn't matter where she was. She would dance in church. She's done so much. This child speaks. She's just great.
Dy'shae Hall was full of life, active in school and her community.
She just was a really, really loving kid. She'll give anybody the shirt off her back if she could. Always trying to take care of everybody.
Dancing was her passion.
Dance was her life.
She spent countless hours honing her craft and shared her love of dance with the world. The teen was featured on a reality series as a member of the dance team, Miss D's Dancing Dolls. Her life came to a tragic end at this Kroger on Flat Shoals Parkway in DeKalb when she was shot and killed Sunday night.
In the weeks following the murders, the local news was dominated by stories of violence and loss. Each new report brought a fresh wave of fear and grief. The community, already struggling to cope with the deaths of Dy'shae and Shakira, was now facing an epidemic of violence that seemed to have no end.
Now, police are investigating a deadly shooting outside a DeKalb County grocery store. We brought this to you first as breaking news last night on WSB Tonight at 11. Police say two groups of people got into a fight near the Kroger on Flat Shoals Parkway in Decatur. They say someone started shooting, one person died. We're pushing for more information this morning. We'll update you as soon as we get new details.
Details out tonight on a mass shooting at a DeKalb County restaurant. Just hours ago, we learned 4 men were shot last night at Fletcher's on Candler Road. That's over in the South DeKalb Mall. We know one of the 4 men has died now. Investigators say this all started because of, quote, a dispute over a female. DeKalb police identified all 4 who were shot, including that person who was killed. Police say they have not made any arrests in this case yet, but they say they are following new leads as we speak.
As the investigations into these shootings continue, the families of Dy'shae and Shakira, along with their community, demand justice. They urge anyone with information to come forward, hoping that the perpetrators will someday be held accountable for their actions.
A second teen was critically wounded.
Whoever did this, please hurt yourself, and you took our joy away from us.
This incident, we believe, stemmed from a very minor dispute in a parking lot that ended tragically.
On Friday, investigators released this photo of a suspect they're looking for in connection with the deadly shooting.
The community has done an outstanding job calling us with leads and tips.
We're just trying to cope with everything, taking it one day at a time. Everyone, the family, everybody's just heartbreaking about it.
Her mother, grandmother, and uncle now joining police and calling on the public to help find her killer.
The people that did this, the best thing to do is to turn yourself in. You took an innocent life from us. All the things that you've heard said about my niece are true. Just a giving bundle of joy.
The deaths of Dy'shae Hall and Shakira Gatlin are a terrifying reminder of the devastating impact of gun violence. They highlight the urgent need for change and the importance of coming together as a community to find solutions. To this day, the knowledge that young lives can be taken so suddenly, so violently, casts a long shadow over the community. Parents now hug their children a little tighter, and teenagers look over their shoulders more often. The sense of safety that had once been taken for granted has now been shattered. Despite the community's calls for justice, the investigations into Dy'shae and Shakira's deaths remain slow-moving. The police have few leads, and the suspects remain at large. The lack of progress has only deepened the community's sense of despair and fear.
That white vehicle, any surveillance video they may have captured from this area, received a response by email this afternoon saying they're not ready to comment. They're working some leads and will have more to say about this case in a matter of days. In the meantime, our thoughts and prayers are surely with the family of Shay and all the young dancers who were out here and who are longing for her, missing for her, and certainly wanting some answers. Reporting live in DeKalb County, Portia Bruner, Fox 5 News.
Such a devastating and concerning outcome there.
The families of Dy'shae and Shakira are now left with unanswered questions. Why did this happen? Who was responsible? Would justice ever be served? The uncertainty is a heavy burden, only worsening their grief and making it difficult to find closure.
Good evening and thanks for joining us on Fox 5 News Edge at 11. I'm Alex Whitler. Police say that shooting happened in a Kroger parking lot on Flat Shoals Parkway. Fox 5's Rob DiRienzo is there live. Rob, has there been any updates since we last checked in with you?
Well, Alex, police just wrapped up their work here on scene a little while ago. We can confirm that at least one person is dead after police say a fight started in this parking lot. Now, I want to take you to some video that we shot a little while ago of the scene. The CSI unit was here taking measurements and pictures. Police are focusing their efforts on that gold BMW X3. Investigators tell us this all started as a big fight between two groups of people at the Chapel Hill Commons Shopping Plaza on Flat Shoals Parkway. During that fight, someone pulled out a gun and began to shoot. Fox 5's cameras captured the back right tire of the BMW blown out, a pair of shoes sitting right next to it. It's not clear how many people were hit, but again, we can confirm at least one person was dead. And a little while ago, we did see one individual being detained in a cop car. It's not clear if that person was charged with anything or if they're just a person of interest at this point. Of course, come back on Good Day Atlanta tomorrow morning for the very latest in this developing story.
The tragic tale of Dy'shae Hall and Shakira Gatlin is more than just a story of two young lives lost. It is a disturbing reminder of how fast life can be ripped away and the ever-present danger of gun violence. Their deaths cast a long shadow over the community, serving as a sinister warning of the dangers that lurk in the shadows. The community, once full of life and hope, now lives in constant fear. The memory of Dy'shae and Shakira, their lives cut short by senseless violence, is a haunting presence, a reminder of the darkness that could strike at any moment. In the end, the legacy of Dy'shae Hall and Shakira Gatlin is a haunting one. Their lives, filled with promise and talent, were ended in violence, leaving a community to grapple with the fear and grief that followed. Their stories serve as a chilling reminder of the impact of gun violence, and a warning that no one is truly safe from the darkness that can strike at any moment. So what do you think about Dy'shae and Shakira's cases? Could they be linked? Who and why do you think killed them? Let us know your thoughts in the comments. Thanks for watching, everyone. And don't forget to like and subscribe for more content.